The cool thing about these is they only have one attack. It's their melee attack. It's just normal, and it's ground slam. They ground slam 100% of the time. That's it. And I'm going to show you the most annoying part of these special specters that are so rare. Because look, no, never spawns. They'll never spawn anywhere else but when you find them. Hey dudes and dudettes, here with another Path of Exile video for you on Spectres. These, in my opinion, are the most special or rare Spectres you can find. And you have to find them. They're Pocked Goliaths, and you first run into them in Act 4 in the mines when you're heading down to the belly of the beast, Malachi, you know, and stuff. And they can never be summoned with desecrate. No matter where you go, whether it be hideout, whether it be in the zone they are in, you can never desecrate these specters. Pocked Goliaths are literally the only ones I know of that you, no matter what, have to go find them and resurrect them with, summon them with Spectre. And if they die, you have to go get them again. There's no resurrecting them from desecrate. The cool thing about these is they only have one attack. It's their melee attack. It's just normal, and it's ground slam. They ground slam 100% of the time. That's it. So I figured these might be the kind of Spectre that truly could stun lock. You'd have to have a few of them and maybe up their damage a ton, or up their the stun threshold, put stun jewel in them. And I think you could get these to where they would stun, because of the ground slam having the bonus to stunning in the first place, and them being so many, and them being very high physical. Their ground slam can be enhanced by multi-strike, so that's what we're going to be showing here, is when they get a hold of some stuff. I've done a little bit of clearing already, and here they go. Look, it's all ground slam, and they hit extremely fast due to the multi-strike, but also due to the have an inherent like weirdness for just hitting really fast when they're not throwing things at you. In the dungeon, they normally have a move where they throw smaller people at you, and no matter what you do, you can't ever reproduce that. So even if you get one of the small dudes where they throw allies, they won't do it. If you put blood magic in, they won't do it. My brother tested that out one time, and but you can see how they're just ravenous once they get close. And I'm going to show you the most annoying part of these special specters that are so rare, and then I'm going to show you how to find them. So let's lure them back here, and now listen to how loud they are when they walk around. It's awful. They're so loud and hobble around, but like I said, they're hilarious fun if you want to know how to, what skill you're going to put in for your gems for specters. If you use them, anything that increases ground slam is going to work on them. And whether it be stun threshold, AoE, anything like that, because you know you're going to get ground slam 100% of the time. They don't normal attack. They don't do any special attacks. They just ground slam, so you know what you're getting. Let me go and show you how to get these, since these are so rare and you hardly ever see them, because you can only get them from certain places. You can get them from Delve in the default middle there, and all throughout, sometimes depending on the area you're in. You can get them especially in the early areas of Delve. You can get them in the mines here. This is when you'll first run into them, and funny enough, it's the first time you run into Nico. And then you can get them into maps that are reminiscent of the quarry. You can run into the quarry a little bit later on in the game, but I'm going to show you. Let me respawn a new one, because this is where I get them from, just in case. I think I have one up. So let's enter this, and you'll have to look for them, because look, this is the zone they spawn in. You're never going to catch them in any of these desecrates. They just don't do it. So what we're looking for is, we're going to look for one. See, there's one big drop. You can tell because it's such a massive size, and then it can be a pain to get around to, the way they're shaped. See there? That's how big it is. And then you can just pop them up. But this is the quickest way to get them, is to go through the mines real quick, because once you get them, they're extremely tanky. They're very tanky. You can tell by their model being that size that usually in this game, if they're that big, they're tanky. And they are not probably ever going to die on you, especially if you beef them out and you have a bunch of different minion nodes. And you can see how rare it is. We've only found one so far, and we're, what, halfway through this? Here, there'll be a big one. See him? He threw his little fella. You can never get him to do that. It would be cool if you could get him to throw, but you can't. Resurrect him, and see, you can see that's only 2. So if you had a lot of these, there's our third, and that's how you would have gotten all of your ground slam minions. They really are. They used to be even better when the game was much slower, but even in this mode, they do a lot of damage, considering that all they use is ground slam. So look into if you like melee specters, or they're getting in close with you, or you're battling in close, you might look into these, because I have had them back in the day. I don't know if it'd be now, but let me stop them from moving before they drive me mad. Slow down, big fella. Stop walking. They're not gonna stop walking, are they? No. This is why you don't get these specters, because they're so loud. But back in the day, I had decked them out with melee damage, fizz damage, and stuff like that, and stun. And I did get stun locks on normal creatures. Don't know how it would fare today. It's a completely different time. So, you know how to get them. You know you can never desecrate them. So once you get them, don't resummon any kind of Spectre, or you have to go all the way back and get 3 again, or however many you have. Because look, no, never spawns. They'll never spawn anywhere else but when you find them. And let's turn them off real quick so you can hear the final. But yeah, so if you enjoy melee, try them out. If you enjoy focusing in one move on a Spectre or one skill, try them out. And if you enjoy a tank that's really weird looking, very annoying when it walks, and has some nasty damage and effectiveness, even though they're slow, so you might want to put some movement speed in these bad boys, then they might be the Spectre for you. So hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're enjoying all the Spectre videos. I'm going to have all different kinds of stuff. I used one of my old characters that I could deck out a bit, and it's just a rough way to test all different kinds of Spectres, because I'm going to start showing you some of the old Spectre builds that I went with, and the gem sockets that went with those builds. Like with these, I didn't do that, but maybe in a later video, if you guys want, I can do that. I just told you roughly what I did. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying them. I know a lot of you are saying thanks for doing the videos, so I'm glad that a lot of people are looking for Spectres now. Remember to look everywhere you go for different kinds of Spectres. You never know when you're going to do this. Like when I originally resurrected these, specterized these, it was way back in the day when it was first released, and I noticed I couldn't desecrate them, and I noticed that they would only ever ground slam. So you never know what you'll run across when you're, using Race Spectre on things. You could run across some broken thing, like back with, if you don't know this, the old Piety's Miscreants that were fire-based, that cast Righteous Fire. Back in the day, they used Righteous Fire normal, but they couldn't take any fire damage. So if you upped their life with like Spectre life, it would cause them to do a ton more damage with fire. And you can probably go look it up on YouTube. They used to run them around and they would just melt everything because they had such insane Righteous Fire damage. So, you never know when you might run across that again and they might have to nerf it. But for a league, you'd be king. You'd do anything you wanted. So you just get out there and look all around when you're killing, and delve in whatever zone you're in. And some of these, I heard from the devs, are going to be very rare, where they will despawn within like a couple seconds. The corpses will. So you have to resurrect them with, Race Spectre them within a couple seconds, or they're gone. So watch out for those, because those could be the really, 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 really broken ones. And I hope you enjoyed this. And comment below if you have any ideas, or you have any certain specters that you love that, you know, not a lot of people love. Show all the different specter types love, like Pokemon. And as always, take care, be safe, and be cool to each other.